Welcome back to another enlightening episode of Journey to Success. I'm Emily Carter, your host, and today we're diving into a skill that unlocks solutions and transforms challenges, developing problem-solving skills. Joining us is an exceptional guest, Dr. Nathan Brooks, a cognitive scientist, best-selling author, and leadership coach who's empowered thousands to tackle obstacles with clarity and creativity. Nathan, it's an absolute privilege to have you with us today.
Thank you, Emily. I'm truly honored to be here and explore a topic that's not just about fixing issues but about cultivating a mindset that turns problems into opportunities for growth, innovation, and success.
I'm so eager to hear your insights. Problem solving can feel daunting when we're stuck or overwhelmed by obstacles. Nathan, let's start with the big picture. Why is developing problem-solving skills so essential for personal and professional success, and how does it shape our journey?
That's a fantastic question, Emily, and it really captures the essence of why problem solving is such a cornerstone of success. At its core, problem solving is about navigating life's inevitable challenges, whether it's a work crisis, a personal setback, or a complex goal, with clarity, resilience, and creativity. It's essential because life doesn't hand you a script, it throws curveballs, and strong problem-solving skills empower you to adapt, find solutions, and keep moving forward. These skills build confidence, foster innovation, and strengthen relationships by enabling you to collaborate and resolve conflicts effectively. Without them, you might freeze under pressure, avoid issues, or settle for quick fixes that unravel later. With them, you become a master of possibilities, turning obstacles into stepping stones toward a life of purpose and achievement. I think of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His problem-solving tenacity didn't just invent the light bulb, it revolutionized how we live. Early in my own journey, I was a junior researcher in Boston, overwhelmed by a project that kept hitting dead ends. I felt stuck, doubting my abilities, and my career seemed shaky. But when I embraced problem solving, breaking issues down, seeking new perspectives, and persisting, everything changed. I cracked the project, earned a grant, and built a coaching practice that's helped thousands through books and workshops. Problem solving isn't about having all the answers, it's about trusting you can find them, shaping a journey where challenges fuel growth and every solution builds a stronger, more capable you.
That's such an inspiring way to frame it, Nathan. Problem solving as turning obstacles into stepping stones. Edison's persistence is so motivating. You mentioned your own breakthrough as a researcher. Can you walk us through how someone can start developing problem solving skills, especially if they feel paralyzed by a tough situation or lack confidence?
Absolutely, Emily. The first step is to break the problem into manageable pieces. Big challenges can feel like a tangled mess, so zoom out and divide them into smaller parts. What's the core issue? What's secondary? What can you tackle first? This makes it less overwhelming and gives you a clear starting point. One tool is a problem map. Write the issue in the center of a page, then branch out with questions like, "What's causing this?" or "What's one step I can take?" It's like untangling a knot one thread at a time. I draw inspiration from Marie Curie, who said, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood." Her methodical approach to radioactivity, breaking it into experiments, earned 2 Nobel Prizes. When my project stalled, I was drowning in data, panicking, thinking, "I'll never solve this." I felt like an imposter, my confidence shot. Curie's clarity inspired me. I mapped the problem: data's inconsistent, need patterns. I focused on one dataset, found a flaw, and fixed it step by step. The project succeeded, my career soared, and I gained trust in my problem solving. I coached a client named Sarah, a teacher facing chaotic classrooms, feeling helpless. She thought she'd fail her students. Inspired by Curie, she mapped: disruption spikes afternoons, need engagement. She tried one game daily, behavior improved, she won an award. Breaking problems down isn't about oversimplifying, it's about creating a path through chaos, building confidence with every piece you solve. Another vital step is to embrace curiosity over judgment. Instead of assuming, "I'm bad at this," ask, "What can I learn here?" Curiosity opens your mind to new angles, maybe a skill, a person, or a perspective you hadn't considered. It's about staying open, not shutting down. I learned this from Steve Jobs, who said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." His curiosity, blending tech and art, created Apple's magic. I used to judge myself harshly when stuck, thinking, "I'm not smart enough." Jobs' hunger changed me. I asked, "What's this data teaching me?" It led to breakthroughs, like new coaching methods, and my book's hit lists. Sarah embraced curiosity, "What do kids love?" and tested activities. Her classes thrived, her confidence grew. Curiosity and breaking problems down don't demand genius, they spark solutions, turning paralysis into progress one question at a time.
Those are such practical and empowering steps, Nathan. Mapping problems and staying curious. Curie and Jobs make it so vivid. But what about when emotions like stress or fear cloud your ability to think clearly? How do you problem solve through that?
Oh, Emily, emotions can be like fog, they blur your vision, making solutions feel out of reach. The key is to pause and regulate your emotions before diving in. When stress or fear spikes, your brain's problem-solving power dims, so take a moment to ground yourself, breathe deeply, walk briefly, or name what you're feeling to loosen its grip. One tool is box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. It calms your nervous system, clearing the fog. I draw from Nelson Mandela, who said, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." His calm under pressure, planning in prison, freed a nation. When my project hit a wall, I'd stress out, heart racing, mind blank, fearing I'd lose funding. I was useless until I learned Mandela's calm. I tried box breathing, just 3 rounds. My thoughts cleared, I spotted a data error, and the project won accolades, launching my practice. I coached a client named Michael, a chef whose restaurant was failing, panic clouding his fixes. He thought he'd lose everything. Inspired by Mandela, he breathed before planning, cut one cost, saved $500 monthly, and now runs 2 locations. Regulating emotions isn't ignoring them, it's creating space for clarity, letting you solve problems with a steady mind. Another strategy is to reframe the problem as a challenge. Fear often makes issues feel personal. "I'm failing," but see them as puzzles to solve, not attacks on your worth. Ask, "What's the opportunity here?" I learned this from J.K. Rowling, who said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Her rejection-fueled problem-solving created Harry Potter. I used to take setbacks personally. Project delays meant I'm incompetent. Rowling's reframe helped. I saw delays as chances to refine. I improved methods, my grant tripled. Michael reframed, losing customers is a chance to innovate. He revamped menus, packed tables. Reframing and emotional regulation turn fog into focus, powering your problem-solving through any storm.
That's so liberating, Nathan. Calming emotions and reframing challenges. Mandela and Rowling bring it to life. You've mentioned incredible figures like Curie and Jobs. Are there other famous people whose problem-solving inspires you?
Oh, definitely, Emily. Problem-solving brilliance lights up so many lives. Take Malala Yousafzai, who said, "We realize the importance of our voice when we are silenced." Facing violence, she solved barriers to education, advocacy, books, earning a Nobel. When my workshops flopped, attendees bored, I leaned on Malala. I asked, "How can I reach them?" I added stories, filled rooms. I coached a client named Olivia, a nurse overwhelmed by staff shortages. Malala Solutions led her to train aides. She's now a director, saving lives. Another is Elon Musk, who says, "If something's important enough, you do it even if the odds are against you." His problem-solving, Tesla, SpaceX, tackles impossible challenges by breaking them down. When a book stalled, Musk's approach inspired me. I split chapters, finished it, hit charts. Olivia, inspired by Musk, split shift issues, her unit thrives. Then there's Maya Angelou, who said, "You can't use up creativity." Her solutions, writing through pain, crafted iconic works. I coached a client named Ethan, a coder stuck on bugs, feeling dumb. Angelou's creativity led him to brainstorm. He built an app, Mentors Now. These icons, Malala's voice, Musk's persistence, Angelou's creativity, show problem solving is a craft, building lives of impact.
Those stories are so uplifting, Nathan. Malala, Musk, Angelou, they show solving's power. What about when you feel alone, like no one can help? How do you problem solve solo?
Feeling alone can be isolating, Emily, like you're facing a mountain with no guide. The key is to tap your inner resources. You have more wisdom than you realize, past experiences, instincts, so trust them. One tool is a past win list. Write 3 problems you've solved before, no matter how small, to remind you of your strength. I draw from Oprah Winfrey, who said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." Alone in poverty, she solved her path to a media empire. When funding dried up, I felt stranded, no mentors, just me. Oprah's wisdom helped. I listed wins, fixed a paper, led a class. I brainstormed grants, won $50,000, and my practice grew. I coached a client named Rachel, a writer with no support, manuscripts rejected. She felt lost. Inspired by Oprah, she listed, sold an essay, pitched once, she wrote daily, landed a deal. Inner resources aren't arrogance, they're your anchor, fueling solo solutions. Another strategy is leveraging external knowledge. Alone doesn't mean helpless. Read articles, watch talks, learn from others' paths. I learned from Benjamin Franklin, who said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." His self-study built empires. I read finance books alone, secured funding, wrote books. Rachel studied authors, her novel shines. Knowledge and inner wins make solo problem-solving powerful, proving you're never truly alone.
That's so empowering, Nathan. Inner strength and knowledge. Oprah and Franklin make it clear. How do we sustain problem-solving skills long-term, especially when life's complexity or doubt creeps in?
Sustaining problem-solving is like sharpening a blade. It stays effective with care, even under pressure. One habit is daily micro-challenges. Solve one small issue daily, organize a drawer, fix a glitch, to build confidence. I learned from Albert Einstein, who said, "We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them." His puzzles fueled relativity. I tackle one issue daily, my talks shine, my books grow. I coached a client named Anna, a lawyer rattled by cases. Einstein's habit led her to solve one file daily. She won a big case. Mentors Now. Another key is reflecting on solutions. Weekly, note what worked, what didn't, to refine your approach. Desmond Tutu said, "Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness." His reflection reconciled nations. I reflect Sundays, my coaching evolves. Anna reflected, her strategies sharpened, she leads teams. Also, seek diverse perspectives. Talk to others, friends, colleagues, to spark ideas. Michelle Obama says, "We learn from each other." Her circle fuels advocacy. My book club inspires solutions, my practice thrives. I coached a client named Mark, a salesman stuck on deals. Obama's wisdom led him to ask peers, he hit quotas, coaches others. Finally, anchor to purpose. Your why, impact, growth, keeps you solving. Viktor Frankl endured for meaning, saying, "Those who have a why can bear almost any how." My why, helping, drives me. These habits, challenges, reflection, perspectives, purpose, sustain problem solving, turning life's complexity into opportunity.
Those are such vibrant tools, Nathan. Einstein's puzzles, Tutu's hope, Frankel's purpose. It's a blueprint for mastery. As we close, what's one final piece of advice for listeners ready to develop problem-solving skills today?
My biggest advice is to tackle one small problem now. Problem solving grows from a single, brave act of clarity. Think of Abraham Lincoln, who solved crises, saying, "The best way to predict your future is to create it." For me, it was mapping that first issue, a step that built a life I love. One last story. I coached a single mom named Lauren, a clerk overwhelmed by schedules, feeling helpless. We looked at Malala Yousafzai, who solved barriers, saying, "I found my voice to help others." Lauren mapped one issue, late shifts, swapped hours, studied management, and now leads, inspiring her son. If Lauren can solve, so can you. Pick one issue today, fix a task, ask a question. That step builds a life of solutions.
What a beautiful way to wrap up, Nathan. Lauren's story, alongside legends like Lincoln and Malala, shows problem-solving is for everyone. Thank you for sharing such profound wisdom and practical steps. I know our listeners are ready to tackle their challenges.
Thank you, Emily, and to all the listeners. I hope you feel empowered to turn problems into possibilities.
And that's it for today's episode of Journey to Success. If this conversation sparked your ingenuity, and I'm certain it did, please hit that subscribe button to catch every transformative episode. Share this with someone ready to solve, and join us next time for more insights to fuel your journey. Until then, keep developing your problem-solving skills, one bold step at a time.